If that water wet, it's got gators in it.
Oh, yeah? Well, me and the Lord, we got an understanding. We're on a mission from God.
Hey, yo, lesson here, babe. You come at the king, you best not miss.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up?
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
What's up, boss? You believe that? You hold on. Oh no. Do you believe in that? Huh? Oh no. Ah! Oh no. Come on. Do you believe?
All right, good people. Snowman in the house. He's got a couple of things. That's why I put the title about the great migration of the Bronsexuals. Okay.
I have been laughing about that since Friday. I've been laughing about that shit since Friday. You can't make this shit up. You can't.
Yeah, and now the Jaylen Brown trade makes sense. Okay, it didn't before, but with now it makes sense.
When I found out that Jaylen Brown had been traded to Philadelphia, my next thought was they're going after LeBron.
Yeah, now it makes sense. You know, LeBron is such an enigma. You never know exactly where he's going to land because he doesn't follow the standard script. But now it makes sense. So evidently LeBron was waiting on this to see where what Philly would actually do. So
what in all types of blue hell?
And he took $4 million a year. So that tells you it's not about the money.
They cleared some room. LeBron's there now. And now the migration is going back from west to east.
West to east. In fact, the guys on Locked On 76ers said the exact same thing. It might play a piece of it, but they're excited. And they were saying that
I heard.
You heard? Yeah,
I heard. All the way from the old Spectrum with which they blew to smithereens in 2009. I heard.
Yeah. So you know what?
Some of these motherfuckers found. Listen, I've explained this on Snowman in the Morning. You've heard me explain it. You've ridden shotgun with me on Snowman in the Morning on a Wednesday when we do Bronsexual Confessions. You've heard me say this statement, quote, we don't look for this shit. It finds us.
Oh yeah. Well, if you know what to look for, it's not that hard. Okay.
No, it is. It isn't. It isn't. So now, my only question is now what?
Yeah. Well, wait. Guess what?
There are 3 ways to make a living in this business: be first, be smarter, or cheat.
Yep. On all 3. Yep.
And got to remember at the end of the day, people forget. Okay, and we want to we want to think that sports is this generous level playing field. No, it's always about the money. Always has been about the money since the very beginning.
Has been rigged for the longest time, and you're talking to a guy. You're talking with a guy that has loved sports since my dad got me into it in 1980. Okay, my granddad and my dad. In some cases, my mom. But I really wish I could hear my sister right now, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
First favorite player was Julius Erving.
Okay.
And when it merged, he was the Philadelphia 76ers, right?
Yeah.
My sister could not say Philadelphia 76ers correctly for the life of her.
Really? Why not?
Probably because one of my other favorite teams is the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
So let's get mixed up.
Okay.
And she would make me laugh. She would make me laugh every time. By the way, I got my next ... bastard poster for you. I have two of them. I have 2 of them in the works.
Okay.
One is Jerry Rice. The other is John Taylor. I can guarantee
I actually like Jerry Rice, believe it or not.
I know, but John Taylor, Ram fans that I have talked to cannot stand John Taylor for one reason and one reason only. A night in Los Angeles in 1989 where Jerry Rice was the decoy receiver and John Taylor burned the Rams for 280 yards.
What was the what was the 1970s quarterback for Dallas?
Roger Staubach.
Staubach was another bastard.
We should do one of these Monday nights. Just get a whole list of them, put them together. I'll put all the graphics together, and we'll just throw them up. Take some suggestions from the guys, and I'll make the graphics. We'll just have one AMA night where we just have all the bastards that we've hated over the years.
So Roger Staubach was a rat bastard. That's how bad he was.
And people wonder why they kept calling him Roger the Dodger.
Roger the Dodger, yeah. Yep.
All right, I want to start with this. Went out for Friday for my birthday. My wife took me to a winery.
Okay.
And we had wine tasting and everything was great. Until about 2:30 in the afternoon, the gynocracy walked in. I looked at Jody, she looked at me, and we both mouthed the next phrase at the same time. Oh shit. And I stick out like a sore thumb as it is. What do you all think? What do you all think they were thinking when they saw us?
How long is he gonna be on probation? A big black man with a little white woman. Yeah, he just got out. He's on probation. The only reason.
And remember, this was toward Louisville.
Okay.
We were about a half hour away from crossing into Kentucky. So we were still in Southern Indiana, where I stick out like a sore thumb anyway.
Yeah.
What the hell? was on there. Books on airplanes.
As they call Louisville, that's even worse, man. That's ratchet town. If you're in some place else in Kentucky, maybe, but Louisville, no, hell no,
no.
Oh no.
Nope.
That's ratchet city.
That we've driven through.
I didn't know how ratchet Louisville actually was.
I did a game at the University of Louisville one year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, how could I put this nicely? Some of them heard my voice,
mm-hmm,
and their noses wrinkled up.
Okay.
Badly. Why do you sound like that? This is my voice. What's the problem?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I since I went to white school, I can tell that you're black. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I would say 99% of people probably can't tell that you're black. I can tell that you're black. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And like when I first heard Donovan Sharp, most people couldn't tell that he was black. I could tell that he was black. There's certain tells. The differences between a black male voice and a white male voice. Okay,
right.
They can be close, but there's certain tells, and I can tell.
Yeah.
But most people can't tell.
To Captain Obvious, it was indeed the Keisha Mafia.
Mm-hmm. Oh, in Louisville, yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
It was indeed the Keisha Mafia. Jesus.
Yeah, you might as well have been in St. Louis. Okay, same thing.
Exactly. And Fast Attack Tough just said your thought out loud. Louisville is St. Louis and Memphis mashed together.
Yep.
And he's right. And he's right.
Yeah. You would never think Kentucky is racist because of the coal mines, all kind of stuff. And the thing is, except for Louisville. Louisville is very hood.
I did one game at the University of Louisville, and I ain't going back.
Mm-hmm.
And Jody would joke with me all the time when we were driving back and forth from North Carolina. She would mess with me. Don't you want to do a game in Louisville? Hell no. And she looked at me and she said, "You better not do a game in Louisville. Not without me there." I said, "Jody, honey, if we ever do a game in Louisville and it gets out of pocket, fuck what time the game is. We are packing up and we're out of here."
Yeah. There's a very large gang, the Black Mafia coming out of Louisville.
Even down near downtown Louisville, which is where the Cardinals play basketball at the KFC Center.
Mm-hmm. Even KFC Center.
You get the idea.
Hilarious.
You get the idea that KFC Center is the home of Louisville basketball, men and women. You would think.
No. Who's better in high school, Marcus or Reggie? Oh, Marcus by a mile.
Marcus Johnson.
By a mile.
Marcus Johnson.
Nobody's even close. Johnson. Marcus Johnson was probably the best basketball player coming out of LA that in high school that I can remember. Yeah.
I remember the legend of Marcus Johnson because he played with the Bucks, they were showing all kinds of high school highlights.
Yeah. Marcus Johnson at Crenshaw was a phenom.
Yeah. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, down to business. And I'm gonna lead. I'm so gonna hand you. I'm gonna lob this from Magic to Kareem when I do this. This week in the W. The players tried to put on an all-star game in Chicago, and it was one of the most horrible scenes you have ever seen. Nothing but rebounds, air balls, and missed shots. And the one person they didn't want to see played and actually scored points the right way. Caitlin Clark hitting jump shots from 28 feet and then 30, and no reaction from the Angel Reese family. A woman actually dunked in the game, and that was the only enclosed shot that they made the entire game. ESPN tried to make it seem like a spectacle, but when you look at highlights from all across the internet, you see nothing but the missed layups. the hell did you miss that? You were 5 feet in close. I don't know. I'm not tall enough to reach the rim. Well, duh, use the glass. I tried using the glass. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all I got.
I don't understand. Number one, how do you make it to a professional league without being able to make a layup? Okay. And number two, how you stay in the league 3 years without being able to make a layup?
What's our question? How do you fuck that up?
The WNBA still confounds me, man. And how do you make the All-Star team without being able to make a layup?
And you're not able to make a 5-footer in the lane.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't watch. I just watched the Caitlin Clark highlights and I left it alone.
I tried to watch the game. I tried to watch the game. I think I watched maybe a quarter. And the thing is, it's not so much that the game was bad. It looked like they were basically punching the clock. It looked like a shoot around more than anything else. Okay,
it looked like more of the NBA All-Star game.
NBA All-Star game is actually, they're showing off, so they're trying to dunk and they try to do all kinds of fancy stuff. They're trying to entertain. The women didn't look like they're trying to do anything. They weren't trying to entertain. They were like, bleh,
they pulled a BGS and just punched the clock.
They punched the clock, and then they're more interested in going to the Stud Buds party than they actually were to the. And in fact, that's what they said. What do you after the game? Where are you going?
And it was in Chicago.
Yes.
You know what I was doing during the WNBA
these are pros. Okay, these are not high schools. These are pros.
This is not the McDonald's All-Star game, folks. This is supposedly the WNBA All-Star game. What was I doing during the WNBA All-Star game? Snoring loud. I spent the day with Jody and did not set one foot in this office until the baseball game I did Saturday night.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Now that the Bronsexuals have their answer, and you sent me that show Locked On Sixers where they were jumping up and down.
Yeah. If we're gonna pull it up and play a little bit of it.
All right.
because the lockdowns are actually, these are people actually cover the team like 4 or 5 times a week. So
right,
they're not random people. So
Podcast Network, your team every day. His name is Keith Pompey, longtime 76ers beat writer. My name is Mark Farzetta, longtime Philly sports talker with you. We're going to get into what could possibly happen next from Mike Gansey and the Philadelphia 76ers, how this is all going to fit together with Jaylen Brown, with Joel Embiid, with Tyrese Maxey, and LeBron James, and the fallout. I knew if it happened here, Keith, I knew there was going to be fallout. I knew there was going to be sour grapes. I knew there were going to be conspiracy theories. And sure enough, as we broke down at length on Friday, it has happened. It became officially official yesterday with LeBron James actually signing the contract to become a member of the Philadelphia 76ers. But the fallout has been absolutely incredible. Dan Levitard putting out conspiracy theories. Bill Simmons already thinking whether or not this team could actually play together. Brian Windhorst judging the idea of LeBron James living in New York but playing in Philadelphia. There's so much to get to when it comes to this. Well, let me just start with this. After the news broke Friday and we did the show, what was your weekend like, Keith?
It was crazy. I mean, it was like, what was it like? So I had a radio hit on Friday. Actually, the radio hit was set up before we even did our show. Then I had 2 radio hits on Saturday. I had another one, the crack of dawn Sunday morning, which was, great. It was with my man. So, it's been a lot of stuff. There's been a lot going on. But it's funny. Like, my daughter's like, "Dad, LeBron James?" Like, she did a LeBron James. Like,
and that was the first sound that came to my head too. That was the first sound that came to my head. That sound right there. These guys
Philly actually won it in 2003. Philly actually won it. That's the last. I think that's the last time they.
83 was the last time Philadelphia won it all.
No, Philly. 83. You're right. Yeah,
83.
yeah,
83.
Yeah,
Because it was a rematch from the year before with the Lakers.
right. Yeah, yep. It's been a while for Philly. So
they want to put
People
an
even
end to
say
the
it's
drought
just-
so badly, and I know this.
Well,
They
you think that I think that because I was wondering because Jalen Brown did not make sense with the money. Okay, uh, it doesn't make sense because I know he's good. He can add. He's an addition, but thing is, I didn't think he added that much to the team. And then when LeBron signs, okay, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Okay, that's why.
You
The
can follow
basketball
the
talent.
action, which
I
gives
said
you
it's
good
always been a man.
pictures.
Yes.
You can follow your instinct, which 9 times out of which will get you in trouble, or as BGS has taught me in the last few years, you can follow the money, which 9 times out of 10 will get you closer to the truth.
Closer to the truth, yeah. Because the money didn't make sense with Jalen Brown going to the Warriors to the 76ers. Didn't make sense.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It was way too much money unless you get and the guy they swapped him for didn't make sense because you didn't dump enough money. I said
For
I said,
Paul
George, whose contract I don't believe is that high, because he's on the downside of his career. So it didn't make sense for Boston. Except I know it was a salary done for Boston, but it didn't make sense.
Oh yeah,
that they would take on because Jalen Brown is toward the top of his career. It doesn't make sense because he's actually going to command a lot of money. So. And I didn't think LeBron would go to the Phillies because I didn't think the money would work. But since he took half of what the minimum he could have got, because I thought he would have came in around $8 million a year, he came in at eight for 2. I said okay.
And the second year is an option.
The second year's an option. Yes, so
it makes sense. It makes total sense now why they did why he chose him.
Yeah, so they basically got him for a bench player. As far as money is concerned. Somebody said Paul who? Yeah.
Exactly. Paul who?
Yeah. Paul who.
A budding star that has fizzled out.
Paul George has not been right since he banged what's his name's wife. And that got out. Yeah.
Yep. He has not been
the same player. Yeah, he has not been the same player. Right. That's followed every place he went.
And it's going to continue to follow.
It's just also been
almost like Derek Fisher getting his ass beat for fucking with Lord go on.
I would say poor Derek Fisher, but he brought it on himself.
He brought himself, yeah. Derek Fisher's always after somebody else's ex-wife, so it's
I know, man. I mean, what the? Let's
you're
keep
an
going.
You're an NBA basketball player. You got your
NBA. Let's keep going.
Whatever it is at that level, man, they're always running behind everybody else's woman. I don't know why.
Eagles down, right? So it's been a lot going on. I'm pretty sure the same thing has been with you as well.
Yeah, very busy Friday. I had to go we were visiting family over the weekend, so I went down there. I still had some other things I had to do virtually with some Zoom hits and call-ins and stuff like that. But I keep going back to this. This is the biggest move in the history of Philadelphia sports.
Ooh, like hyperbole.
On the just now for what it is, an off-season acquisition. Now, let me also say, Pete Rose coming to the Phillies in the 80s and helping them win a World Series. That was huge, and it obviously bore fruit. The 76ers bringing in Moses Malone. That was huge, and it obviously bore fruit. Championships we're talking about here. Those ultimately, they worked out with winning a championship. That's the ultimate measuring stick, whether or not you won the chip or not. Now, that has yet to be seen with LeBron James, but just as far as an off-season acquisition or any type of acquisition, there has never been one bigger than LeBron James because this, again, is a global game. And I want to take a moment, and I just want to welcome everybody who is brand spanking new to Philadelphia 76ers and the Philadelphia 76ers in general and Locked On 76ers podcast because I saw your comments. I saw your views. We saw your views. We certainly saw your downloads. Thank you very much to you and also LeBron James for that. But welcome to the party. There is nothing. I've never seen a situation where people have not been a fan of a team and all of a sudden just start flooding comments with, "Hey, I'm your newest Sixer fan."
The Bronsexuals have migrated.
The Bronsexuals are on the move. Let the migration to Philadelphia begin.
You should do that in the Vince Scully voice, okay?
Let the migration to Philadelphia begin, folks.
The Bronsexuals are on the move.
I'll give you the perfect phrase for this, and I'll attach what you just said. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then you have seen about 1,000,000 words. But more importantly, you have seen the most bizarre migration to follow a player in history. The Bronsexuals are not only alive, they are well, and they're on their way to Philadelphia to support him this year.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he just said, right? Okay. The Bronsexuals have landed, okay?
And they're continuing to land.
Continue to land. They're stunned, okay?
Because I'm a LeBron fan and all that. This is the biggest move in the history of Philadelphia sports because of its global impact, his already built-in personal fan base. No one else has ever brought anything like that even close in years past in Philadelphia. LeBron James coming to the Philadelphia 76ers makes them a team on the global stage now.
Hyperbole.
And we were really trying to recap that, I'm sure, through all our own interviews over the weekend. Even this morning I was doing an interview. It's putting in perspective. Now it has to bear fruit. Yeah. That's the thing. It has to bear fruit.
Yeah, it does. Now, I will say this. I will agree with you. Because of this time, social media and all this other stuff, it is the biggest move, right? But the one thing that I think, and a lot of people may argue with us with, the old timers was when Wilt came back. Because we got to realize Wilt Chamberlain was with the Philadelphia Warriors. So then the Warriors moved to San Francisco, became the San Francisco Warriors. And then Wilt didn't like it, whatever. So he came back to the 76ers. And then in his second season, he led them to the championship. So his first 3 years back with the Sixers, he was the MVP.
Wasn't Wilt a Philly guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like Keith just broke down. He played with the Philadelphia Warriors. Then they moved west. He didn't like it. He came back to Philadelphia and in 1967 led the Sixers to, at that point, their only championship.
Okay.
3-time running MVP, which is something that's been rare to happen, right? People being a 3-time winner. But so I just want to put that out there before people are like, hey, what about Wilt? What about Wilt? But as far as when we talk about in this social media era and all this other stuff with the popularity of the NBA now, Mark is 100% right. This is the biggest thing that has happened, for Philadelphia. But at the same time, back in the day, people weren't watching those games on television. People weren't looking at it on they didn't have social media. They didn't have this. There were no podcasts. There were none of that. But, this is great, man. It's really great. Now, when we talk about what people are saying, right? When we talk about what people are saying, like how surprised they are, we talk.
Christopher, you're not thinking you're thinking with the wrong head, boss. Okay. We're talking about he's talking about impact. He's talking about exposure. He's talking about money. Okay. You're thinking about
which is the main thing anyway. It's money.
Yeah, it's money. Okay. That's why 42-year-old LeBron James is more valuable than a young Dr. J, given the time, is because the eyeballs that he brings. Same thing with Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. They keep getting it wrong. I'm a better player. You might be a better player, but guess what? Guess who brings in the money? And that's what they're saying. And these are old school fans. They've been around a long time, right? These are not random people. Okay, these are dyed in the wool Philadelphia fans. They've been around. Okay. Was a sports writer. Okay, what they're saying is the impact of LeBron James coming to Philly, to a relatively small market team like Philly, and bringing the fans and the global impact and the global money right along with him. So it's never happened to Philly before.
About from day one when it first came out that it made the most sense for him to either come here or go to Cleveland. If he was serious about winning the championship, he had to come to the Sixers.
Okay.
Now, if you wanted to ride out and you wanted to say goodbye to people, have a great farewell tour, and that was just it, you had to go to Cleveland. Like, Miami, we looked at it, him and Giannis, in my personal opinion, Giannis, and it wasn't a great fit. The Warriors, it would have been a little bit too old, right? Minnesota, they still had some question marks, right? So when you look at that, to us, it was always a thing. It was always a great fit. The concern that I had, and maybe you might, I don't want to speak for you, but it took so long. So when it takes that long, you ask yourself, is he trying to find reasons on not to come to Philadelphia, right? But for all these analysts and stuff to come out and say, oh, it doesn't make any sense. I'm so surprised. I don't know why he would do this and that. Like, come on. If he really wants to win, you got to come to Philadelphia because it's the best team for him. Not only that, the clutch situation. So, you know what I mean? Like, people, I just don't get it because, like, I'm listening to talk radio, not here, but, like, nationally. And I'm like, what are we talking about? Like,
yeah, when you add everything up, it makes sense.
It does.
Everything up, you know, I think without Jaylen Brown coming to Philly, I don't think he comes.
If Jaylen Brown did not go to Philadelphia, he's hanging him up after one final tour in Cleveland. Okay. I really think that's the case. But now that they do have Jaylen Brown, LeBron goes in, plays for a year, maybe a couple years, maybe he gets a farewell tour for his second year. Don't know. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it all plays out. But Jaylen Brown was the key to this.
Yeah, I think so. With Jaylen Brown on the wing and Embiid down low, I think that makes sense as a team. He's a minor part of a big three. If BGS are LA fans upset about him leaving, or are they happy? I think they got Jeannie Buss got her championship. Okay, they had some fairly good runs, and I think you got to remember LA's so big, and they enjoyed LeBron while he was here. You know, it wasn't a bad thing. Okay, but had he been at 30 instead of closer to 40, I think it'd have been better. But him being 42 and stuff like that, basically everybody was saying it's time for him to go and rebuild the team because the Lakers weren't going to invest to actually bring him another championship. So for him to be here didn't make sense. Go ahead.
After 2020, they were no longer invested in bringing another championship because they won that. They won that in the bubble, and then Dwight Howard was gone.
Yeah,
team got dismantled.
Jeannie Buss is more about the marquee and selling tickets. She's not more. She's less about what's on the floor.
Yeah, and you begun to see it in 21. You begun to see it because if you look at the series they played against Phoenix in 2021, by the time Game 3 happened, they all checked out.
They all checked out. Yeah, and I think once Doncic came, I think that was a handwriting on the wall for LeBron. Okay, because it was no longer.
That was the end of the game. When they traded for Doncic, that was it.
Yeah, because he was no longer the marquee, or he's no longer it was no longer his team. So,
yeah, it quickly became Luka's team.
Yeah, and I think had it not been for that, I think if he was going to take $4 million, he could stay in LA if he wanted to. He just didn't want to. The LA would have kept him for $4 to $8 million and brought in somebody else. Brought a center in. Yeah, easy. But thing is, I think it's Doncic's team, and you notice a lot of the players that they had around LeBron went elsewhere. So
yeah.
So maybe they are going snow time. Who knows?
You ain't shit for that. I love you. Shit for that. I haven't gotten a chance to put it on my show yet. I might do it this coming Wednesday, but damn it, you ain't shit for that. And I still got those pictures. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, with as they're explaining, okay, what they're trying to say is the money comes first. Okay, they're trying to explain how the money works. So even though it does, does it make sense as far as on the floor winning a championship? Yeah, but that's not the main reason that they traded for him. There's a lot of other players that they could have brought in that made sense on the floor. But thing is, as far as selling tickets and impact, no.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, they're trying to sell out the house for the next 2 seasons. In the home, they're trying to sell out the home games for the next 2 seasons. And remember, this is a team in Philadelphia that got waxed by the New York Knicks in a 4-game sweep in the playoffs.
Yeah. LeBron peaked when he actually with the Come at the King series against the Golden State Warriors. That was his peak.
Yeah. That was indeed his peak.
Yeah. That's the best I've ever seen LeBron play during those 3 games where he actually came back single-handedly, damn near beat the Warriors by himself. So, yeah.
I just don't trust with this combination in Philadelphia. Floor-wise, it looks great on paper.
Yeah.
The problem I have is with Embiid playing a full season and not being injured.
They actually went into that the team is good enough that they can roll with his absences and stuff. They could actually went into that where that's one of the reasons why LeBron made sense and Jaylen Brown made sense. Where with players they could actually had enough to actually maintain what's beat. But Embiid, where when you actually get into in the playoffs, because you need that one big player.
You do.
Yeah, that's what the Knicks found out. They needed a big player. You know, the 7-footer does make a difference. Okay, when it comes,
it does. Yeah, and the Knicks found that out A, the hard way against Indiana, and B, the easy way against Cleveland last year.
Yep.
Or this past season.
That's why they brought in the 7-footer. Okay, we're not gonna make the same mistake twice.
Right.
Like he wants to win a chip. He wants to win a title. This is the best team for him. And you can look at this starting lineup and say that this is the best starting lineup that he's played with. Don't get me wrong. I know Wade and Bosh and all that, but who are the other 2 dudes with him?
Yeah.
Name the other 2 dudes. And even with the Lakers, they had him and AD and a couple other dudes, but they didn't have 4 all NBA guys. So yeah, this makes the most sense. And I don't know, man. I think he could get 2 chips. He could add 2 more championships.
Yeah. No, I wholeheartedly agree. The one thing I want to go back to and just add is you mentioned social media, and that's certainly true with like a Wilt versus LeBron comparison in terms of impact on a offseason acquisition by a Philadelphia team. The one thing I'll add to it is it's not just social media, it's also the post-92 world, the post-1992 Dream Team world that made basketball a global game. That was like the NBA getting the best billboard, the best advertisement that made it beyond even the wildest dreams of the David Stern, for instance, at the time, making it that popular. So I'll also factor that into what you were saying about the social media impact of it all and how under the microscope these guys are 24/7 more so than ever. As far as the fallout, Dan Le Batard said he's been texting with the Heat and saying that the Heat are very surprised Pablo Torres, an investigative sports journalist and reporter, should really look into the relationship of Michael Rubin and all of this, kind of hinting at what was speculated between Michael Rubin and James Harden when James Harden said, okay, we won't do that deal just yet. And then all of a sudden Michael Rubin backs out. There's speculation that Michael Rubin was doing something kind of behind closed doors with James Harden to make up for some money here in Philadelphia. Now the Heat are, I guess, putting it out there to Dan Le Batard, who, of course, is not going to hold back on that and shout it from the rooftops that the Heat are suspicious as to why LeBron James didn't sign here. First off, let's just...
something shady going on in the NBA. Shocked. There's gambling in this establishment.
Really? I cannot believe they would say such a thing aloud, though we've been saying it out for a while.
Wow. There's backhanded dealing and shady dealings going on in the NBA. Wow.
I will borrow from the great Eddie Murphy. Backhanded dealings in the NBA? Well, tell us something we don't know, motherfucker.
Like Luka Doncic going to Lakers. That wasn't
that
backhanded and shady. Come on now.
You can't tell me that deal, which happened at 11 o'clock at night Eastern time.
Yeah.
Right before midnight, didn't have something under the table cooking on a hot plate that had a short in it.
What I ascertained is that she was pissed at the NBA because she wanted the team to Vegas. Okay, that's number one. And number two, she wanted him gone. So, and he made it happen. The same thing with Shaq going to Miami.
Yeah,
Shaq pissed off the owner, and owner wanted him gone. And within a couple of weeks, he said, "I want Pat Riley. You want Shaq?" And Pat said,
and Pat Riley said, "Are you kidding?
Are you kidding?" Okay.
Ewing to Passport OG in the house. What's going on, my friend? Ewing to Knicks, LeBron to Cleveland. Shockers. And I put the word shockers in quotes, and we capitalized that word. If anybody saw the NBA draft lottery in 1985 and what David Stern did to ensure that the Knicks got Patrick Ewing, you're not shocked at all.
Paul Gasol coming to the Lakers is actually Jerry West doing Paul Gasol a solid.
Doing him a favor.
Because Paul Gasol was mired in mediocrity, and plus they wanted Mark. Okay, if the Lakers didn't have Mark Gasol, then they probably would have traded. And they thought Mark Gasol was a better fit in the future than Paul.
Yep.
And they did, and basically Paul was unhappy in Memphis because they weren't winning. He didn't like the area, and
they weren't using him to his full
it
capacity.
to full capacity, and they walked in and he said, Jerry West brought him in. He said, "Okay, you're going to be traded." He said, "Okay, all right, I'm going to be traded. Where am I going?" He thought he was going to go to like Milwaukee, someplace like that. They said L.A. He said, "What? Really?"
Jumped all over it.
Jumped all over it, and that. So that was Jerry West doing Paul Gasol a solid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which two cities do you think will receive an expansion NBA franchise? I'll tell you one. That's Seattle.
Seattle and Las Vegas. Probably
Seattle and Vegas. They're both going west.
Yeah. Seattle and Las Vegas, just because Vegas has been pushing for an NBA team, and I think what you'll have is a swap between Dallas owner and whoever the owner is of Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So because she wants to be in Vegas.
The NBA has wanted a team in Vegas since 2007, when Vegas became the first non-NBA franchise having city to host the All-Star game.
Yeah, but there's always been a gambling overhead that just kept them from doing it. So, but I think they're ready. I think with the Raiders going to Vegas, that kind of broke the ice. Okay, now it's time. So I think
and also remember, you got the Vegas Golden Knights, who really broke. Well, the Raiders broke the ice when they moved from Oakland to Vegas.
You're right.
The Golden Knights cracked it into a canyon when they reached the Stanley Cup final in 2018 in their first year, and then 5 years later they won the damn thing.
Yeah.
So that turned the crack into a canyon, and now you can bring in the NBA, and plus on top of that, remember the Athletics are going to Vegas.
Are they?
The Athletics are going to Vegas within 2 years.
Oh, really? Okay, so everybody's
so they're going to have the four. They're going to have the four majors.
Yeah.
Within 2 years' time, they're going to have the four. They're going to have the four majors.
It makes sense, is because Vegas is an international city,
and it's growing fast.
It's the population is not that big, but thing is they get so many visitors coming in to look at games and stuff like that. And a lot of times you're the base. That's come Oakland was so popular is because the Bay Oakland fans actually travel very well from LA in Oakland. So that's one of the reasons. So
because remember, the Raiders fans migrated to Oakland when they moved back to Oakland in 1995. They were in Los Angeles for 13 years.
I've never seen such a big fan base in my life when the Raiders were in LA. It was something to actually behold. Even in the parking lot where you actually what do they call it, tailgating? Okay.
Yes.
It's something about USC and because Al Davis is a big fan of USC anyway, and Al Davis and USC being in the Raiders being the Coliseum was a sight to behold. Never seen anything like it.
It was.
Never seen anything like it.
Especially when the Raiders made the playoffs and filled that joint.
Yeah.
92,000 fans in silver and black.
Yeah.
In the Los Angeles Coliseum.
Yeah.
Why would any sports league want to be? Shannon Green says, why would any sports league want to be in Vegas? Two reasons. One, you got your gambling overhead, so your expenses are covered. And two, you get a lot of visitors.
You get a lot of visitors, and Vegas is a lot of your fans from other places will come in and actually follow the team. Yeah, so
I'll give you a perfect example. I mentioned the Golden Knights and how they turned that crack into a canyon to introduce Vegas to the four major sports. My next three words are Super Bowl 58, which was held where? In Vegas. You know how much money they brought into that joint? You know how many people they brought into Vegas?
Johnny, especially with the Raiders. The Raiders fans actually travel very well, so the
do
Raiders sell out. So they will get on a plane and fly an hour to go in and watch a Raiders game. Okay,
in a
they will.
minute.
In a
In
minute.
a minute. And they still and they still do. Even it's been 3.5, almost 4 years now when the Raiders made the longer than 4 years when the Raiders made the move to Vegas. Fans that were of the Los Angeles and the Oakland Raiders are still flying in.
Yeah.
Still flying in.
The NFL made Jack Kent Cook sell the Lakers. He didn't want to sell them. Okay,
Right.
But the thing is, he wanted ownership of the Redskins, so they made him sell the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually didn't want to give them up.
So the Redskins became his primary team.
Yes,
and that happened after '82.
Yes.
Because in '82, Jack Kent Cook pulled a rare double play when the Lakers won the World Championship, beating Philadelphia, and then the Redskins won the Super Bowl, beating Miami.
Yeah. The NFL made
they made Jack Kent Cook sell the
Lakers. He sold the Lakers in. It was actually contingent on the draft. Okay.
Yeah.
Jerry Buss said, "I'll buy the Lakers if we can get Magic. Get Magic, I'll buy the Lakers." Okay. And with the 1979 draft. Okay.
1979.
They drafted Magic, and then that's when Jerry Buss. Jack Kent Cook sold the Lakers to Jerry Buss. He actually bought the team.
But Cook also still stuck around for a few years.
Oh yeah.
To help with the transition.
Yeah,
you just saw less and less of Jack Kent Cook at games, but they had already made the sale, but they still honored Jack Kent Cook with them winning in 1980 and also, and as I said, 1982.
Yeah,
they won it when they won it all.
He's still around, but the thing is, but it was actually the NFL made him sell the team. He didn't actually want to sell the team, but that's the reason it happened.
Anyway, he was having too much fun with both of those teams.
Jack Kent Cook had more money than God back then. So
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
And so he just sold the whole thing. You know what? I'm gonna pack up or move to Washington. I'm gonna get in with because the NFL was actually bigger back then than the NBA. So it was actually generated more money, and plus it was in the Washington D.C. area and stuff like that. So that's why he capitulated. It was actually building a new stadium in D.C. So
yeah.
So.
And remember, at the time, RFK Stadium had so many holes that it wasn't even funny, but they were so popular. At the same time, John Riggins, that bastard.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I love John Riggins.
Yeah,
I love watching John Riggins.
Big Riggo. Yeah.
Yep. 4th and 1, he gets 43 and a touchdown, and Miami's going, ain't this a bitch?
They sure did. and Ken Cook is smoking a cigar. Yeah.
Jack Kent Cook lit up that cigar after the timeout when the Redskins broke the huddle because he knew who was getting the ball.
Yep.
You cannot give the ball to anybody else but number 44 on a 4th and 1. You forced Don Shula to use a timeout. Joe Gibbs already knew what he was calling. He didn't say anything. He brought the team over and don't move. They see Miami go back on the field. 50 chip to John Riggins. He breaks it outside. See you later.
Yeah. Did LeBron James ruin the concept of team loyalty? And no, not really. Not really. That's them move from team to team is very common. Okay.
But
very few players nowadays that to stay lifetime with one team. Even Michael Jordan couldn't do it.
Yeah. So, yeah. Even Michael, he retired twice.
Yeah.
And then played with the Wizards, and then he retired for good in 2003.
Yeah. So that's very common.
But
see somebody like
Laker fans are calling Michael Jordan that bastard after 1991.
Oh yeah. You know what we called him? You know what we called him?
What did you call him?
We called him that bald-headed bastard.
You know what I need to send you? I need to send you Jim Durham's call of that championship game.
Mm-hmm.
Because I somehow found the entire broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
That bald-headed bastard.
And I said it. I said the bald-headed bastard's the goddamn best.
I believe it. I believe it. I could see you sitting in the chair watching this, and you're just sitting there going, "Bald-head bastard."
I did. I rooted against him every single time, motherfucker.
See, I think Mike's gonna be the only one in our list that's gonna get 2 posters. One's gonna say that bald-headed bastard, the other's gonna say that motherfucker.
That motherfucker, yeah, that's what I call him. Anyhow, let's play a little bit more of this. Okay.
Analyze that one. I think that's bonkers, and I absolutely think that is you-know-what crazy, and every ounce of sour grapes. What do you make of it?
I mean, it just looked like, why didn't he sign with him? Who's going to be the guard? Who's the lead guard?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on now. Like, I mean, that team, and then Giannis, like, at this particular time, you look at a guy like Giannis, he wants to be the man, right? And then LeBron comes, and Giannis didn't even really give a good endorsement when they asked him about it. What did he say? He said, "Oh, no, I'm not inviting. I'm not asking him." Nah, man, come on. Like, people, they're just chill. Like, why would you want to go back to South Beach? And like, this is the one thing we talked about. This is the one thing we really talked. We said that when he was there the last time, it really didn't end well. Like, he goes back to Cleveland, they were upset. So, we hear that him and Spo didn't see eye to eye on certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So now all of a sudden you're going to go back? Come on, man. That doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm with you on that 100%. Another one that came out was from Brian Windhorst, and it was really just talking about the deal and how it kind of, he said, specifically said it wasn't in a judgmental way. It was just in a very interesting way, LeBron James going to the Philadelphia 76ers for a number of reasons. One, just nobody really saw that for sure coming. It was dragged out for as long as it was. Was it really that close then throughout the entire process? And he's going to be living part-time in New York, reportedly. This is the first time I've ever heard from a player, and this is, again, Windhorst.
Oh, did you?
You called it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because you said at the top of the show. You said at the top of the show he could live in New York and play in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
That possibility is right there. They're not that far apart.
Oh, no. We're especially with his money with a private jet. Now, what, 30 minutes? Less than
that.
Yeah. Or a helicopter. You really don't need a helicopter.
No.
40. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and Kobe used to do it all the time. Kobe used to get a helicopter and fly into L.A. from his mansion. So no, he can do it. It can be done.
Referencing what we read on Friday during the reaction show to all this with LeBron James, this isn't about family. It's not about money. It's about winning. And he goes, "We'll never. Those are outliers that will."
That's bullshit. It's about money. It's about money.
Give me this button. Wait a minute. I gotta do it. Give me this button. It's about winning, huh? As the master teacher says himself.
Now that's some bullshit.
Yeah. It's
bullshit.
Now winning is part of it, but guess what, man? There's other deals on the table that Philadelphia offered him that's outside of basketball. That's why he went.
On the table, under the table, under the building. So for it to be just about winning, as my friend Cole Johnson says best,
that's a lie.
I gotta send you that. I gotta send you that clip right there.
Okay.
Because I caught this on a show that he did, and it applies here. It's all about winning.
That's a lie.
I know the sports writers and they have to keep it to what's on the floor. But the thing is, this is not a floor deal. Okay. I mean, because they're taking on a lot of money to bring in Jaylen Brown. That's because it's time it makes sense. That's a lot of money to take, a big contract to take on. There's got to be something else to it. And with LeBron coming, okay, that means there's more money coming into the city and also into the team. That's outside of what's on the floor. So it makes sense.
As a journalist myself, yes, we have to keep it to what's on the floor, but that's not to say we don't talk about what happens off of it either.
Yeah,
behind closed doors. I've been doing this 30 years.
Yeah,
and now looking at the money side, which you taught me to do a few years ago, and I thank you for that. You could tell after they signed Jaylen Brown, you could tell right away that the deals under the table were stacking up so high that they were lifting the damn table.
Yeah, actually, Kobe. The reason is that LeBron came to LA right after Kobe retired is because Kobe was actually a bigger brand than LeBron. Believe it or not, he actually was. He's actually a bigger brand than LeBron. People don't realize that. And the greatest of all time as far as marketing and maybe even players probably you can't. It's got to be what number 23,
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, can he still today? Can he get any bigger?
You can't get any merchandise with the Jordan label on it without A, it costing you a pretty penny, and B, people bringing up a lot of stuff that he did on the floor.
Yeah, but the thing is, it didn't translate when he left the Chicago and went to the Wizards. It didn't translate. But he was on the downside of his career anyway. So
it translated like hell for 13 years in my hometown, man.
Yeah, and I know you got to get some sleep, man. So you anything else on the docket that you want to cover?
No, we'll leave it here because I got my show in the morning.
Yeah,
and gotta make sure Jody's okay. I only want to do it. I wanted to do it late tonight because I had the Yankees and White Sox game that just ended, but then a rain delay threw a wrench into the whole thing. Yeah, I'm in here at 7. I'm in here at 7 o'clock. Jody woke me up from a nap and she says, "You got to go get ready for your game." So I'm coming in here getting ready, and what's the first thing I hear? We're starting at 8. We're starting at 8 o'clock due to a rain delay. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, it's just since we're almost into August, okay, getting close to September.
Yep.
What does it look like as far as baseball going toward playoffs and stuff like that? Who are the teams? Who's in position?
Well, first of all, you got Vince Scully and the Dodgers. Okay. That's obvious.
Yeah.
The Dodgers will come out of the National League unless somebody really catches fire.
Okay,
really,
but like the Knicks.
Yeah. Exactly. They've got to catch fire. Someone has got to catch fire to catch Los Angeles.
Yeah. That shows you what money will do for you. Okay?
And the only team that I can see in the National League presenting some sort of a challenge, well, two teams I see. One is Milwaukee, and the other is Atlanta.
Okay.
And they just got Ronald Acuna Jr. back. The Braves did.
Okay.
In the American League, I'm not saying this because I'm a homer. I'm saying it because I have watched my team all year.
Fuck them Cubs.
No, not the Cubs. Yeah, fuck them Cubs. I hope the Cubs get their ass kicked once they get to the playoffs.
Okay.
The team in Chicago you got to watch is the White Sox.
White Sox. Oh, White Sox. Okay.
They're the fourth young. They're going through growing pains, being the fourth youngest team in the majors. But I'll tell you what, man, after Toronto came to the South Side and we whipped their ass and swept them out of town, it sent them on their way.
Okay.
It sent them on their way. Now they're going to have Tampa Bay to go. They're going to have Tampa Bay to go through. They're going to have the Yankees to go through. We don't know who the hell they're going to have Cleveland to contend with.
Are the Yankees? Are the Yankees back?
It's July.
Okay.
They won tonight, 9-5.
Okay.
But the Yankees are still minus Aaron Judge.
Okay.
They're still minus Giancarlo Stanton. I don't know what the hell Garrett Cole's going to look like. I'll find out tomorrow when I get in here and start prepping for that.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. The Rays are running away with the East right now. Toronto caught fire after the All-Star break last year. That's what Tampa Bay is doing. And the White Sox have to see them this weekend. But the most surprising team in the American League is the Chicago White Sox. And that's just not me tooting my own horn. This is me watching this team play and seeing how the fourth youngest team in the majors perform.
Okay.
And we also got to look at the trade deadline, which is August 3rd.
So they're the dark horse.
The White Sox. Yes, the White Sox are the dark horse.
Okay.
And to what we say all the time, to what we say all the time, I've had Cub fans get a hold of me saying, the Cubs are in the wild card spot. Fuck the Cubs. We're in the league. Take that. And I said that to a Cub fan one day, and he got so mad at me, and then he started laughing. And for those who don't know, it's the Cub fans. It's like Bronsexuals. There are 3 sets of fans that piss me off. The Moronic Republic of Cowboy Nation, the Cubs Kingdom,
okay,
and Bronsexuals.
And Bronsexuals. Oh, now residing in Philadelphia.
Now residing in Philadelphia, which tells me I'm gonna hide every time. Every time the Sixers are featured, and you know they're going to be featured, they're going to feature the hell out of them.
Oh yeah, of course they should.
They're going to feature the hell. They're going to feature the hell out of them, which means I'm going to go hide in my bed. I mean this kiddingly. I'm going to go hide in my bed and look at my honey and go, honey, save me. Why? The Bronsexuals. Oh, fuck.
The Bronsexuals in the city of brotherly love. Interesting.
Do you know how many undertones that sentence has?
So I said it. so when you go to sleep, you can ponder it in your dreams. Okay, what does that basically mean? How many ways can I flip? How many ways can I flip this?
Don't have me use it on the morning show because
I know you will. It's already going to happen.
I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use snow time somewhere. Somehow.
I'm sure you have already used snow time someplace somewhere on your show already. So.
Oh yeah, I teased it.
Oh,
I only tease it. I haven't broken it out yet. I might do it. I might do it Wednesday. Look, Hurricane. Let me answer. LeBron James is a fabulous athlete. Never said anything against that.
Right.
It's his basketball skills I question.
It's his. I think now he's older. Okay, if he had the same work ethic that he does now to maintain his skills that he had done that when he was younger, he'd been a different ball player. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, but the thing is, he works hard now because he has to.
Let's do this for the fellas before we get on out of here.
Okay.
If there is an athlete that y'all hated, put it in the comments below, and I'll make a poster out of it. Because one Monday I'm gonna do an AMA, and I'm gonna have the entire list. I'm gonna borrow it in the fashion of Cole made a meme for me for the morning show where LeBron James released a tweet that says maybe it's me. Cole jumped all over it and said, "Yes, LeBron, it is you." So we got a series of players where we said, "Yes, it is you." From Tua Tagovailoa, Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers. We got about 7 or 8 of them. So I want to make that kind of list for this show here.
Yeah, believe it or not, LeBron is an introvert and has low self-esteem. Believe it or not, that's like how he projects the way he does. Okay.
Yeah.
Internally, that's what he has. Because
they're coming in already. Jared Allen, Larry Bird, Shannon Green says Roger Clemens.
Why Bobby Hurley? What Bobby Hurley do?
I have no idea. He had an accident.
Unless you talk when he was at
Duke.
At Duke, maybe.
And you know what? I can see it because at that time I was a fan of the Running Rebels.
Yeah, it was. I mean, at Duke he was an asshole, but he was. Bobby Hurley was an asshole at Duke.
I know.
Yeah.
He was. I might do that for Bobby Hurley. Get a big poster of Bobby Hurley at Duke wearing number 11 and just put on the bottom. Asshole.
Hey, Mike was an asshole,
Oh, I know that.
Michael Jordan was an asshole.
Michael Jordan was indeed an asshole.
He was, but a good one. That's the only problem.
And he won. He trusted his teammates.
Oh yeah, he trusted his teammates. He's an asshole, but guess what? He said, but I'm the best, motherfucker. Magic Bird said, yeah, he is. Okay.
I borrow from you. Wow. Michael Jordan said to everybody for 13 years, I am that motherfucker.
That sounds like Caitlin Clark, man. He hit that shot in Seattle, over Seattle. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm that motherfucker.
I'm that motherfucker. Exactly.
As somebody said, I said what I said, Hurley. Okay.
I'm gonna make a Caitlin Clark poster now and have it for next week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find a picture of that shot where she hit. It turned out to be the game winner because it put him up 105, 102.
Right.
And she's pointing at herself. I'm gonna freeze it there.
Yeah.
And underneath, I am that motherfucker.
I am that motherfucker. I said, you go, girl. She said that.
I love
Jody.
Jody loved that.
I know she did.
Jody loved that. She said, "Let me see that again." Showed the game winner and showed her what she says. And I hear Jody go in the kitchen and start cooking, and she says, "I am that motherfucker." I'm like, got her cooked. I got her hooked now.
And she should have a T-shirt with it, boy, with Caitlin Clark, and with it after you hit that shot. I am that motherfucker.
Yeah, I am that motherfucker. Which is, there are so many people we could put that phrase under that kept proving it.
You know what? The thing is with Angel Reese, even though I don't think Angel Reese really wants to be a basketball player. I think she wants to be. I think she really wants to be Megan Thee Stallion. She just wants to be famous because
Saturday night proved it.
Yeah,
she tried to go up for a layup and got swatted by Asia Wilson,
and then laughed. Yeah,
and then laughed.
And
then laughed. Absolutely.
Yeah. So right. I think she's more into clothes and in fashion and trying to be famous. I don't think
folks remember our theory here, which is put into practice in every game in the W. What are the two things that the WNBA sells the most? Clothes
and drama. And they're very consistent with that. Okay, clothes and drama.
You can flip flop them at the top of the order at any time.
Anytime.
You could have one leading off and then the other batting behind it, or depends on the day. Caitlin Clark, hello. You can flip it.
All right, Snowman.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Take your big black behind the bed.
I am, because this big black man's got more baseball to call this week.
A big black man named Snow calling baseball. Ain't that a bitch?
We got a running joke on the morning show. Where whenever we start talking baseball, my friend Ryan would chime in from New York, and he says, "What? A black man calling baseball?" And I play this.
Who knew?
Exactly. Exactly. And the first person that put that in my head was my grandpa. He said, "If you can't play it, call it." And then Dad helped me pursue it after I graduated. And I said, "Okay, it's on now."
You know what the big story is in the W right now is Nelisa Smith and Dejanay Carrington falling out. A lover's spat. That's the big story.
Clothes
and drama.
And to the other point, some people would actually say, and I hate doing this joke, but
that is blasphemous. That is blasphemous. How dare you? How dare you say such a thing?
When his voice goes up an octave, man, I just fall out, man. How dare you?
Let me get to bed so tomorrow I can hear.
Right. Mister, will you please wake up?
That's my beautiful Jody, folks.
Put your the details into the chat before we get out of here. Snowman is YouTube jail. Put some money on his books, okay?
Please. I need, and folks, this week I really need some money on my books because I got a doctor's appointment. I got a doc physical to take.
Okay.
And it's gonna cost me $150. So I need you guys' help to get it because Jody's struggling as it is. Yeah. And I want to get it done by Thursday so I can go back out to Batesville, turn all this paperwork in and get my get my spot held because I picked everything up today and I want to get it back in within the next 48 hours. So
how much more till she gets a doctorate?
It'll be well, actually, I don't know because she was forced because of money. She was forced to take a semester off.
Okay.
So I'm thinking next spring.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm thinking next spring. Okay. Because she needed the time off because she was like going.
Okay.
And
All right.
then the job situation happened where the gynocracy got her for the second fucking time.
Yeah. so money on the books, and please go to Snowman and subscribe and get his numbers up, okay? And get some view counts.
Yes, please.
What time is your show in the morning?
10 a.m. 10 a.m. Eastern time.
Okay, so 7 here. Okay, all right. Are you gonna be what are you guys gonna be talking about tomorrow?
We got a few things, but I may slip a little snow time in there.
Okay,
just to throw that picture out there.
LeBron, obviously. Okay.
Yeah, that's all week.
Okay,
that's all week.
And obviously what's going on in baseball. Okay,
yep,
right now
we gotta hit baseball with the pennant races because the White Sox are now up by, since we lost tonight and Cleveland was rained out. It's a 2-game lead for the White Sox in the Central Division.
Okay,
so we got to keep our eye on that.
And when is your NFL preview coming?
We're starting our previews now, but we started with college football today.
Okay,
our NFL preview will come in 2 weeks' time.
Okay, all right, good stuff. Okay, next time we will come in, we'll actually give an overview of what you think the NFL is going to look like.
That works.
All right, Darko Milicic.
You know what?
I like Darko, even though Darko was useless.
From the 2004 Pistons, Darko Milicic is that bastard, is that motherfucker, is that whatever you could put it. I mean it jokingly, but
Darko Milicic was the Angel Reese of the NBA.
Yeah, he was. You know who saved Darko Milicic though?
Who?
Chauncey Billups.
Oh, sure did. Yeah,
Chauncey, 2004, Chauncey Billups.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna throw my Venmo in here too. So if anybody can help out and put some money on my books while I figure out what the fuck's going on with YouTube, that would be great. And I want to get my physical done and everything, and get everything in by Thursday because classes start August 3rd.
All right.
So I want to be ready.
All right, good deal. All right, Snowman.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you much.
All right, let me go here and give you Kobe on the way out.
All right.
What can I say? Mamba out.
Muzyka Denis 7.